There's a huge celebration that's been going on for more than 4 decades in Ocean County at the New Jersey shore, where visitors learn about the history and tradition of life on and around the Barnegat Bay. The old-time Barnegat Bay Decoy and Gunning Show in Tuckerton honors the region's heritage while offering fun opportunities for people of all ages to learn about what makes the environment here special and worth protecting for the future. Hello, I'm Sandra Levine, host of Still Time for Joy. My guest today is Mary Jane Bavais, Director of the Ocean County Department of Parks and Recreation, who has been part of putting on the old-time Barnegat Bay Decoy and Gunning Show for all of its 43-year-long run. Welcome to the show, Mary Jane.
Thank you so much, Sandy, and thank you so much for having us here. You're great to the Parks Department, and we really appreciate you having us on the show.
You are most welcome, and I love the parks in Ocean County, as you know. So the fact that you have been involved with this show for 43 years makes you the perfect person to tell us all about it. Before we dive deep into some of the activities that go on there, how would you summarize what this show is all about and why it's important?
Well, the show is important because it is the traditions of the Barnegat Bay and life, the life on the Barnegat Bay, whether that's hunting, clamming, boating, it's rich history. And it really gives people an opportunity to see that history, protect the environment. There's really something for everybody at the show, but it really does focus on the culture of Ocean County and the Barnegat Bay.
Now, this is not a gun show. There are no guns for sale here. What is it really about? What is the flavor of the show?
There's amazing carvers, boat builders. There's well over 50 contests. It also encompasses all the art and that goes along with it, and the decoy carving and retrieving contest. It really shows you what is happening here in Ocean County, and it also helps to protect the environment and what's important here as a resource.
So talk first, please, about the decoys and decoy carving. What is the difference between the traditional decoys that are used in hunting and then decoys that people collect?
Okay, well, they do collect the ones that are traditionally, we say that, they're put in the water, right? And they're all carved from wood. There's certain aspects of the difference of a decorative decoy where it may have wood burning. The painting is a little bit more in detail. That's the ones, you put on the shelf. You also put the ones that are collected that have been used for hunting. Those go on a shelf too, because there's amazing carvers. It is a true art. They put together, they'll carve a bunch of ducks for a working rig. There's a contest for a working rig. But that's the difference. In some of these, we actually have a game this year. It's called The Price is Right. And it gives people an idea, those who want to start collecting ducks, it gives you an idea of the value. So we're hoping everybody comes down and plays that game this year because they will understand the value of what a decoy, whether it's a Harry Shorts or a Jimmy Allen. There's amazing carvers, the award-winning carvers that are at this show.
And you can actually see them working their craft, right? And what is involved with creating a intricate decoy?
Well, they start with a piece of wood. They, just a solid piece of wood. And they usually have patterns. It depends on what, whether it's a shorebird or working decoy or, a decorative duck. They carve by hand with knives. It is, like I said, it's a true art. What we do have is for anybody who wants to maybe learn or kids that maybe are involved, we have an opportunity that they could carve soap to see what it feels like and how to do it. And that's at our activity tent. And also we have what you call flatties. It is a flat, cut out shorebird. And the kids can actually learn how to paint that particular style of duck. So there's a lot that goes into it, but you could see it all being done. And that's part of the unique feature of the show.
So, in addition to the decoys, there are also contests with dogs, which are very popular. One of them is retrieving. Of course, that's all part of waterfowl hunting. How does that work, the retriever contest?
So that is, I would say, one of the most popular, especially the puppies. It's a crowd pleaser for sure. So what they do is it's accuracy, timing. They'll throw a decoy. The dog has to go out, retrieve, come back. It's all, part of the contest. And dogs are unpredictable, but it's amazing at some of these dogs and how they actually can, get out there, get that duck, bring it back. They know exactly what to do. They're trained. A lot of them are labs. So it is one of the most popular contests at the show. People love to watch it.
And of course, they're using objects for them to retrieve, not actual ducks.
No, nothing like that. Yeah.
A very popular part of the event is the DockDogs, and this competition draws a big crowd. What is that all about?
It's unbelievable, and it does draw a big crowd. Everybody loves to see these dogs. It's called Delmarva DockDogs.
There we go.
And they also are, a contest where they are their accuracy, their distance. They have to run, and they go a long distance, and they jump, and it's amazing the height, the distance, and again, they're unpredictable. So sometimes it's a little comedy routine at the same time if they don't feel like jumping, or they draw such a big crowd, and it's really exciting to watch. And everybody's cheering on the dogs.
All right, let's go. Oh, Roy.
Because they're the ones that are entertaining. I mean, obviously they're trainers and they're very good at training them, but it's really amazing to see.
And I should ask you to explain where this event takes place. It's spread out over a couple of locations. Where does all this happen? And how many people typically come to the event over 2 days? And it's free on top of all that.
It is free, which is great. It's at Tipsy County Park, which is Lakeside Drive in Tuckerton. Also, the Seaport, Tuckerton Seaport. And we will see close to 10,000 people in a 2-day time. It's always weather dependent, but we usually get a great crowd coming in. And it's amazing that there's so many people that love this show. They really do. It's a lot to see and a lot to do.
What about skeet shooting? Describe what skeet shooting is for somebody who may not know.
Sure. So skeet shooting, it's actually where we will send up a clay decoy, and you, the participant, sits in a sneak box, which is a small boat designed specifically for duck hunting. With a rifle, you shoot that clay decoy down. There's contests. Can you shoot it? What's your timing, your accuracy, etc.? It's really a popular part of the show. Everybody gathers to see, because it is exciting to see that. You don't have a lot of opportunity to do that anywhere else.
Oh, that was fun. It was the first time I've done this, so it was really cool. That's the first time I've shot sitting down, the first time I've shot in the sneak box style, so it was really fun. I flew up from Tampa for this event. I've never been here before, so I was just really excited to just give this a try, because I'd heard this is kind of special. Nowhere else do you do this kind of thing.
So boat builders, in fact, will also be there. Are there contests for the boat builders, and what are they being judged on?
So yes, there's contests for boat builders. It's sneak box, Barnegat Bay tradition. It's another part of the show that is true craftsmanship. They build them themselves. Obviously, how the boat is made, the quality of the boat, the accuracy of the boat. In addition to that, we have a whole category on model sneak boxes, Barnegat Bay traditions, and they're the small boats that are amazing because they're also based on the accuracy. Is it accurate? Is it within the Barnegat Bay tradition? Does it float? So
does it float?
Does it float?
That's important.
It's really important. Does it float? So there's amazing craftsmanship, a lot of time that goes into these boats There's a lot that goes into the judging, and everybody that's a judge at the show is a master of that craft. Whether they're judging decorative decoys, decorative fish, working rigs, they're a master at their craft.
I imagine the duck calling competition is also a popular event. Talk to me about that, please.
Yes, it is. So what happens with this event is the winner will go to the championship. So it is very, it's very competitive. And they have to get the calls right. There's a whole panel that, judges them. And they move from one level to another. And so it's interesting to see, and it's great to be part of that, to be recognized for our decoy show, to be recognized on that level.
So I imagine there's a great sense of pride in people who are entering these contests and, winning a prize for the best built boat or the best carved decoy. Is this a real source of pride for the people who are participating in the show?
There is. People who spend the time, and there's a real level of passion for the craft, for the art, for the traditions of the show. And that's what we keep to. And there is a huge sense of pride and excitement when somebody wins for their ruddy duck, or wins for their working rig, or their sneak box, or gets the skeet shooting championship. It is a real sense of pride. There's a sense of community. There's a real commitment into what they do. There's a real art, and it takes a lot of time. Their families are happy. People that carve with them or are part of this show, we celebrate each other. And I think that's a wonderful aspect of the show.
And for many years, there has been a commemorative pin designed for each event. And I believe you designed the pin for this year. Do you always design the pin? And tell me about the design of this year's pin.
I've been designing the pin for a very long time. I get a little shy about that. Yes, each year it's a different pin. And every year the Decoy Show Committee decides on what duck is going to be the representative duck of the year, the duck of the year. That's what we call it. So everything revolves around that. This is the pin, and it's a ruddy duck this year. We sell the pin. It's only $5, and it's collectors. It's only a limited edition. So I tell everybody, get your pin. And people collect them every year. They come to the front gate. Where's the pin? Where's the pin? It's one of the fun aspects of my job. I really enjoy it.
And so are the people that are entering the decoy carving contest, are they needing to carve a ruddy duck? Is that the way it works?
Some, yes. Yeah. Like our working rig, some of the decoys are based on the ruddy duck this year. Some of our contests revolve around the duck of the year. Yes. Any of the ducks that are carved have to be carved within a year. It has to be a new piece. Same thing with the art, has to be done. The day the show's over, you could start on your new decoy for next year, which will be a pintail.
Oh, you already know.
We already know. Yep. That's the biggest question. If anybody asks the question, it's like, what's the next year's duck? That seems to be a big question. So we know.
So, Mary Jane, you are a lifelong resident of Ocean County. You grew up here. How do you feel about this event? What does it mean to you? You've been involved with it for so many years.
I love the show. It's part of my life. I've been at the show since day one. Growing up in Point Pleasant, being a clam digger, as they say there, or a piney, it's important to me, living here, to share what traditions are here and to share knowledge with especially the kids. I love the kids, and I just love the show. I think it's a great show. And I think, each year we add or change a little bit, but we have that heart of the show. And it's really about the life on the Barnegat Bay, the traditions, the history, and the culture. Ocean County is rich in culture.
Of course, there's a long tradition here. In fact, There's been hunting and gathering going on in the waters of Barnegat Bay since eons ago. It's important for people to continue to understand the importance of the wildlife here, of nature, of the delicate environment, and protect it. Well, Mary Jane Bavais, Director of the Ocean County Department of Parks and Recreation at the New Jersey Shore, thank you for helping to keep the traditions of the Barnegat Bay life alive, and thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you, Sandy. I greatly appreciate it. And thank you for being wonderful to the Parks Department.
You are welcome. If you found today's show helpful, please share the information with someone who needs it and follow Still Time for Joy for more practical tips on weathering life's storms, as well as inspiring stories of people who have turned their pain into purpose. Please consider supporting the work that goes into producing the show on Patreon. Follow Sandra Levine Productions on Facebook and YouTube, and learn more at sandralevine.com.